Welcome back. This is the Kiss Radio Show live here on FUBU Radio Live. I'm your boy, Core DJ Hershey, bringing you the topic of the day.
Vasir Serrano, the voice, bringing you here today's Vassism.
And your girl Mo Diva, bringing you front page reviews.
And your boy Cornelia George, bringing you the Dunce Hat and Higher Ground.
All right, we are back for another week. How y'all doing?
I'm feeling so awesome on this beautiful day. It is gorgeous outside.
It's
It is
amazing.
gorgeous.
I went out in the garage and grabbed the rake before I came to the studio. Man,
It is beautiful.
the yard needed a little combing.
Yeah.
It looks so sexy. I actually left the house to go grocery shopping, and I hit the corner and came back because I needed a kiss because it looked so appealing.
Oh, suck it down.
All right now.
It
That's
threw
what
me
I'm
for a
talking
loop.
about.
Yeah, I pulled up to the curb on the wrong side of the street, opened the door and got out. He was looking at me like, what is going on?
What you forget?
I forgot my sugar.
She said, I need my sugar. I love it.
What I actually said was, I feel uncovered.
Ooh, you know what? You do have the pimp line.
Thank you.
The pimp.
Thank you.
You do.
Me and
You smooth,
Silas.
girl.
I mean,
Have me clutching my pearls all
friends
the
in the
time.
family.
Well, it's another week. Hey, yesterday we had a very adventurous day.
Yes.
Without saying anything for all of y'all out there, Kiss Radio Show team, we was out in them streets.
We was in the streets.
Yes.
We was
yes.
making 2021 amazing for y'all. So coming soon, y'all better make sure we gonna have a VIP card that y'all gonna have to get in order to get in these events.
No, that's real talk. That's
Yeah.
for real. It's next level.
No joke.
We,
Hold on.
working on something. With the big slurp.
Hey, you got
The
to.
big slurp.
As a matter of fact, go to kissradioshow@gmail.com. Is it kissradioshow@gmail.com? What's the email?
Yeah.
Look, tell us. Tell us
What's
us
the
real
email?
quick. Yeah.
Right now, if you want to subscribe and soon get your VIP card,
Yes.
go to kissradioshow@gmail.com. Request
There you go.
your card there.
That's right.
We're going to get them in development, but start asking now.
Get on that email list. Don't wait till the last minute.
Speaking of last minute, we're going to play some inspirational music like we always do on Sunday.
Yeah, what you got?
Today. Some people want to meet him. I don't want to meet him personally. I want to know of him. If we meet him, that means I'm gone. But this is H Boogie Meet Him. This is the Kiss Radio Show live. right, that was Ace Boogie. Ace Boogie.
I like that.
Welcome
It's
back
nice.
to Kiss Radio Show live here on Fubu Radio and iHeartRadio.com. That's us.
That's us.
Yo, that was dope.
Hey, topic of the day.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Okay. What we got?
Colorism. We touched on this a while ago. Why does it exist in our culture? Based on everything that African Americans deal with on a daily basis, why do we create our own hurdle?
I think we touched on this last week, going back to slavery. So, I mean, unfortunately, there's some things that we tend to carry over through generations. And I think my example last week was fair-skinned black folks were allowed to work in the home, where darker skin were relegated to the field. And I think that just has continued in thought process within our community.
Yeah.
Mo?
You know, I think that in our society today, a lot of times people will act on just kind of what they see or what they were taught or what, and not even from back, let's just say in slavery days. Okay, case in point, let's just say in the culture, you may see a lot of light-skinned girls get a lot of play, or you might see them get a lot of shine. And then they have, they've decided to weave or relax hair, whatever they want. And then I think some of our dark-skinned sisters feel like, why is it that they always, the brothers are going for the light-skinned ones? And I think they start to just feel some sort of way. And it's not even, the girl. I don't know. I mean, that's a tough one, though, honestly. But I just think that. I think that just from what you see in magazines and culture, it just kind of make people just really start to feel some sort of way. I don't know, Cornelius, what do you think?
Yeah, I think I agree to a degree with all of them, because I think people, the standard of beauty has always been white. And the standard of beauty has always been set by white people. So you go by that, and so we look at people light, bright, and that's what's been that way.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm not going to say go back to slavery, because it's been carried on since that time. There's a lot of things from slavery that has died off. This is one of them that hasn't.
Right.
Right.
We allow to do it to ourselves, so we look at what is beautiful. And the standard of beauty has always been white women. What is the closest thing to that?
That's interesting. Very interesting.
Well, and I agree with all of y'all. But, the thing is the question specifically is, we get how it started, right? But with everything that we go through, why do we still support the difference, right? It's we got enough of an entire culture, additional cultures on the other end that's going against us. Why do we create our own hurdle? It's like the worst thing you can do to tear up a building is tear it up from the inside. That's here.
What is it? A house divided against itself cannot stand, right? That's the saying. So, I think still, even in the question, the answer still exists with what we have generationally perpetuated and taught people in our culture. There's a great video out there. It's been out there for many, many years, where it has children with a baby doll. And I think we might have brought this up before. Children with a baby doll. And when asked even the black children which doll was more appealing, they selected the white baby doll over the black baby doll. Because somewhere, even in that young mind, it has been perpetuated, it has been learned that lighter skin is more acceptable. And so within our community, I mean, I have actually myself experienced colorism in the dating world. Early in dating, I was told point blank that I was too dark for that black gentleman at that time.
Wow.
Being nice by calling him a gentleman, but sometimes that can be preference.
Right.
Right? Sometimes that can be preference. But as far as our community is concerned, I don't know why that still exists within our community. But I think, again, part of the reason why it does still exist is because just like passed down from your grandma's recipe, is something that you learn generationally. When do we get to a place of where we start to, get the truth out, get the truth instilled in us?
Right.
Cornelius.
Part of it is we talking about within our own community, right? Everybody at this table has a different definition of what beauty is.
Right.
So it doesn't matter. So if I'm producing a project and I picked a light skinned lady, you can go, well, you're discriminating against her because that is what my standard of beauty is based upon me. So I'm saying, so we can't always go with you're discriminating against because of the whole culture. No, I have nothing to do with the culture. If I'm using my project for my standard of beauty, it has nothing to do with anybody else. If I'm doing it for my standard of beauty. So I can't go by, well, you did that because, no, this is what I think. If the next person doing another project, he has all dark-skinned person because he wants that. That's what his standard of beauty is.
Good. Mo?
Yeah. I just wanted to ask you, but do you think that a lot of those decisions, are brought on because of, what people think the standard might be, or what? I'm just saying subconsciously. I don't know. Sometimes I think that we do think about those things subconsciously. When you see in magazines, we have to teach our little brown baby girls that, look, your hair is beautiful. Like, even just going to that, because we see pictures and we see, what's on television, and we see what's in the magazines. And sometimes I think people who are having projects and they're casting and they think they're going to reach a bigger or broader audience, I think sometimes that dictates their decision.
Well, to close this out, I mean, I think, based off of what Cornelius said, you have these projects, let's say projects, whether it be personal or professional, it's based off of the person's that's in charge.
Right.
Right.
True.
It's based off what their vision, what they wrote, what they thought they saw. So when it comes to introducing something else in, that's where, I see your view, but you know what? This is my view on this. So you take that opportunity for you being a writer, being an actress, being a producer, being a whoever, a owner of the company, then you take that opportunity. Let me share my vision of what beauty is, instead of trying to take over somebody else's version of beauty, because now you're trying to tell them they don't like what they like. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird.
And I understand what he's saying.
Yeah. So, well, that's the topic of the day, colorism. Why is it inside our culture? So we're going to go through that all through the day. But to Ramadan.
But the Rama, what?
Yeah.
Time to catch up.
Get the dub.
It is. So, whose turn? Okay. So let's go in and Cornelius.
It is that time again to catch up on all the news that you might have forgotten, missed, or didn't want to hear about in the first place. It is time for Front Page Review with Mo Diva.
Okay.
Thank you, Cornelius, and happy Sunday, all my Kissonians out there. In the science world, I have some good news. J&J, Johnson & Johnson, has come out with a one-dose shot that has been cleared for the COVID-19 vaccine. So that is good news. FDA has said that they are good to go. Now, it is 85% protective, against most of the severe symptoms. We didn't get to 100%, but people are very happy with those results because it kind of is keeping you protected against what, death. That's what the don't want to die, and some of the other symptoms. And they were saying that it's even protecting us from the strain that was coming from South Africa, which is really good. So right now, J&J is initially providing a few million doses, and these shipments could start out as early as Monday.
Wow.
Yes, Monday, tomorrow.
Wow.
Which is great because for those that may not know, because I know there are some people that don't care about the vaccine, Moderna and the Pfizer, you have to take 2 doses. And so now coming out with this one and done, is great. So it just opens it up to more people who are interested in the vaccine. So yeah, that's very exciting. Very exciting. Now, in entertainment news, my girl Wendy Williams, being who she is, Miss Wendy Williams, she talked about K. Michelle. K. Michelle, the R&B singer, who right now, K. Michelle, which I think is really great. She wanted to share her journey of her silicone implants and stuff she had, and all the troubles that she had with that. And she's going through a lot. So instead of kind of keeping it under wraps, which a lot of people do, which is actually their right and their business, she decided to kind of make it public so she can help other women. And so she was on Instagram and she was doing a little dance, and she kind of turned to the side, as we do when we're dancing, kind of shake our booty. And her booty was jiggling just a little bit much, and she kind of took a hand and adjusted it and fixed it.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Wait.
okay, yes.
Where's this at again?
So if you go to her page, she was,
When you say her, you're referring to K. Michelle?
K. Michelle was on Instagram, and she was doing like a little sexual dance. Not where it was, anything nude or anything, but it was just kind of a nice, playful sexual dance. And you know how we as women will turn to the side, because that gives us a nice slender view. And it also shows the shape of your derriere. And her derriere started to slump.
Oh, wow.
Drop, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
The
dropped.
implant?
Yeah, and so she took her hand to adjust it. And, and then the video stopped. So, but so what happened was Wendy on the show kind of talked about that, right? And K. Michelle kind of took offense to that, and she came back and said, listen, it kind of bothered her that we as black women just come out against like other black women. Here she was trying to, share her journey on what she's going through, and then here you have another sister that just kind of, called her out. She has gone through several, many surgeries, like trying to, and I believe like she's trying to get it removed, and it's a lot that she's going through. And so, I just wanted to say, K. Michelle, thank you for. I seeing some laughs over there, but just wanted to say, one, thank you for sharing your journey to help other sisters who are going through this and who might even be thinking about trying to get those implants. And so, you sharing your journey. So thank you for doing that. And I just hope that as black women, we can just begin to kind of get stronger, which we are. And I mean, but just to get stronger even further and just kind of support each other and not make fun and light of what somebody's going through.
Absolutely.
Yeah. In other entertainment news, I want to share, it got on the internet about Lionel Richie and his new love.
Hello.
Well, hello. Come to find out that really wasn't his new love. They actually had been dating since 2014.
Oh.
Yeah, Lionel's 71 now. And from what I'm reading, they're saying they don't know if she's really 30. She might be a little bit older, but I don't think too much older than 30 now. I'm going to tell you now, for me, I was kind of looking at the hands in the picture. I'm hoping that, I know I'm not trying to start nothing. I'm just saying.
You did.
The hands was looking a little big. That's all I'm saying. But hey, love is in the air. Continue to love. And listen, I guess age, it really is just a number, right?
Wow.
That's
Right?
what Aaliyah said.
I guess.
But you know who she was with.
Hey.
Right? Oh my gosh. Well, in sports news, I am happy to announce some really, really great information. Well, congratulations to Renee Montgomery and group, who bought the WNBA's Atlanta Dream from Senator Kelly Loeffler.
Oh, wow. Good
That
job.
is so awesome. So Renee Montgomery, who played on the Atlanta Dream, she and two of her partners purchased the Atlanta Dream, which is so awesome because, one, here she transitioned from a player to owner, and it's like the first
Female.
first female to have done that, and which is so great. Now, I just want to share some other things about what was really great. Well, let me just say that inspired me about Renee. Once she took a back seat last year to sit out the season and to just, push her efforts with social justice. So I thought that was so great. She was like, nope, I'm going to sit out. And she wanted to get on the front lines and just kind of make her voice heard, which is great. And so I applaud you. I'm happy for you, my sister. And listen, I'm going to be reaching out because I want to volunteer. I'm putting this out in the air.
We want to volunteer.
Yeah, we want to volunteer. I just think it's awesome. And once again, congratulations to you for being an owner. And listen, shout out to, because she gave a shout out to LeBron. LeBron kind of put this thing in motion. And that's what I love about us being us and supporting us. So shout out to you too, LeBron, for helping your sister out. And you gave her a shout out on Twitter saying, you're proud of that queen. I'm proud of you too, queen. And so listen, this is your girl Modiva out with Front Page Reviews.
Great job, Mo. Thank you.
Right.
There was a couple of moments I wanted to blurt out, but
Keeping it to myself today.
yeah.
Keep it to yourself.
Definitely will.
Yeah.
So, actually, this kind of goes into the topic of the day. It's like you put yourself in public eye,
Yeah.
and we know when you're in the public, everything is being watched. I don't care if you go to the bathroom too long. What's Hershey being in the bathroom so long? He's still in there. Who's he with? You got a problem? Is his piping working? They'll start,
Wow.
coming up with every type of whatevers in order to come up with when you're in the public eye. So it's kind of like you subject yourself to
Kind of ask for it.
What do you mean you asked for?
Kind of ask for it.
So let's be clear.
Please be clear.
Certain things, okay, you know what? We gotta be direct.
K. Michelle.
There we go.
I see it.
Certain operations come with consequences,
Yes.
and these are one of them. These are the things that they tell you can happen, and we know that it can happen, but
Right.
then you kind of accentuate the situation. You twerking, so you kind of forcing it to.
No, well, hold on. I have.
This is my theory.
No,
This
okay.
is my
Go
theory.
ahead. Finish
this
your
is my
theory.
theory. So
Okay.
I'm just saying, these things can happen. If it gets caught, it's just on media. And I'm like, it'd have been different if it was me, the nobody on the corner. They'd be like, oh, dang, that's messed up. Anyway, but K. Michelle, big name, everybody's watching her.
Yeah.
You made it a situation where you were like, watch my butt.
Well, okay. I will agree with you that, you put yourself on social media and it's kind of like you kind of open yourself up to the world. But to her defense, here's a woman that has publicly said, I made a mistake. Like she said, and she knew the consequences, just like whenever we have any type of surgery or anything, we know there are consequences. She publicly said, I made a big mistake.
Yeah.
Right? So should she not just have fun? Should she not do anything?
No.
So, no. But what I'm saying is, so she was on Instagram having fun, just like everybody does. And they get up in there and yes, a real thing happened. And I respect her for that. A real thing happened. What she's going through, her booty fell a little bit. And then so she adjusted it and then she got off the camera. But it was a real thing. And see, a lot of people hide behind the camera. See, she was real with hers. And it happened in front of thousands of people. So I applaud her for that. Because a lot of people won't be honest about what they really going through. Cornelius?
Yes. I agree to disagree with you on that part there. Because Miss Michelle, you said she is proud that she came forward about what she's dealing with. Once she posted a video of herself, she had to make a adjustment. That's all normal. She can't be mad at Wendy Williams or anybody else that make a comment about that happening because she posted it on social media. It's no different. She should.
Yeah.
Hey, she can't be like, girl, you can't pick me now about that. No, you posted that, sister. Hey, I'm sorry. You made a mistake. I'm fine with that. You made the mistake. You living your life through it. Move past it. You ain't got to address everybody because they address your mistakes you made for that. Let Wendy Williams be Wendy Williams and move on from it.
Isn't there something more to that story though?
I was getting ready to
the
say-
reason why she's really upset.
And you know what? And that's my fault. Let me add on. I didn't fully tell the story.
Oh,
But
so
no,
you
yeah.
need that
I
information.
did. A little more.
No,
Okay.
absolutely.
See.
So the actual
about right there.
the actual headline was Wendy Williams alleges K. Michelle leaked silicone from her butt implants on Idris Elba's sheets when they were dating.
Now that's funny. That's funny. I'm sorry. That's funny. That's funny.
That's that.
Girl, you leaking
Okay,
other
so-
places. That's a whole different situation.
Here's what I want to say about that. And I've seen K. Michelle on the Wendy Williams show before. Here's the issue that I have. We do know, whether she wants to admit it or not, Wendy Williams is the queen of mean. Because I've seen everybody that has hit her couch and she claimed to be friends with, I've seen her cycle them in front of the public eye for ratings. And so if K. Michelle felt at some point that she could confide in Wendy and Wendy went and told this information, if it's true, I can see K. Michelle getting upset about that. I don't know whether that's true or not, because of course I wasn't there.
Right.
But this would not be the first time that Wendy Williams has exposed her so-called friends for the sake of ratings. And I think that's foul.
It's Wendy Williams.
Does it say how she leaked her silicone?
Anyway.
Who put a hole right there? Like, where did it leak from? I mean, that's like, did it abscess or something? I want to. I mean, we got to know these.
That's
Was it
really
silk
what-
sheets?
You left out some stuff there.
No. Well, Wendy was talking about
Was
that
it like
was
a
really.
pinata? he smacked it in.
Well, you know what? We're not even going to talk about Miss Michelle's
Made it weird.
issue anymore.
No,
We're not.
no, I was just,
No, what we're not going to do.
Okay.
We're not going to exploit that beautiful.
no.
Thank you.
Not exploiting. We're just
All right.
ridiculous.
So we're done. We're done.
Cornelius. We're done.
Yeah,
We're
we're done.
done?
Yeah, we're
Okay.
done.
Don't talk about it no more.
We're done.
Dante, remember that.
Yeah. Ooh, see. Wow.
All right. Speaking of, that's coming up soon. This is the Kiss Radio Show Live. Let's play some more good music. We're going to come back with the Dunce Hats with the one and only Cornelius George. This is the Kiss Radio Show Live on FUBU Radio here on iHeart and Radio.com, as my wife would say. .com. We'll be back. .com.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get ready for all things stupid from across the world with Cornelius George and the Dante.
Hey,
Hey.
let's go.
All right, y'all ready to get started?
Yeah.
We're gonna start this one off with the most amazing story I've heard so far.
Uh-oh.
There was a married couple that had to go to therapy because they wanted kids, but they didn't know where babies come from.
What?
Yeah, they had to go. They had to go to therapy with a nurse so she could explain to them that babies do not come by the stork in that movie.
No.
They had been married for about 7 years, and a baby hadn't came yet because neither one of them had came.
Hey.
Wait a minute. Seriously?
Yes.
No.
Did it say how old these people are?
Yeah, they're in their mid 20s, late 20s now. They've been married for like 7, 8 years.
I wonder what the practices are.
And they were like, no, they didn't know
Interesting.
where babies come from. So they had to go sit down with the nurse, and she had to really describe where baby, because they were mad and they were hurt because they like, well, how come we don't have children yet?
You kind of have to applaud the innocence.
Yeah, no,
I don't know if that's really
no.
innocent.
This
Wait, I don't know.
I know, but my heart go out to them, and I'm like, man, I don't ever want to be one of them. I don't want my kid to be one of them. Well, Dad, I don't know where the babies come from.
Right? In your 20s?
Let's watch the movie The Stork. They stand outside waiting on a bird to show up at the house.
A story.
Right?
All right. The next story is a lady from North Carolina. My heart go out to her because she was dragged 1,200 feet when she tried to get out of the car to do one of them new TikTok dances.
Wait a minute. How fast was the car going?
No, it wasn't. It was going really slow, but her foot was caught in the seatbelt somehow. She was dragged.
I'm sorry.
She was dragged 1,200 feet.
I'm sorry. It slipped.
She created a new dance for TikTok. And it's called Screw Up the Ground.
I was waiting for him to say something.
What? The driver has some terrible reflexes.
he was too busy filming. Get that. Get that. All right.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry. I love it. I pressed the wrong
All
button.
right, here we go. The next one's a sad story.
Wait, okay.
It's a sad story.
It's sad.
An Indian man from India was killed by his own cock. Yes.
Fighting chicken?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
He was killed by his own cock. He had tied a short knife blade to the leg to the chicken foot. And the chicken tried to escape and stabbed him in the private area. And he bled out.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
He was stabbed
I don't want to look.
by a cock.
Wait, did
Yeah.
he bleed out for
He
real?
bleed out. He bled out.
He
right
bled
there.
out.
He bled out
Bled
right there.
out. I can't
yeah,
even talk.
stabbed by a cock. That's a way to go. I can't wait till he go see Vishnu or Shiva. They got some words for him.
That's so sad.
He's so cocky.
Oh my God.
All right. The next story is a woman from Virginia was fired from her job at the prison when a body scan detected she was smuggling contraband into the prison.
What
Body
type
scan.
Wait a
of
minute, wait.
contraband?
Yes.
What did they think she?
Yes, they interrogated her for hours because they did a body scan and they found out she was smuggling contraband.
What type of
A
contraband?
tampon.
You're lying.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yes, she
That's
was,
contraband.
Yeah, hey, you hiding something. Our body scan say you hiding something.
Yeah.
You didn't know that the little string or something
that.
attached to the.
Yeah,
I ain't never used one, but I'm pretty sure they have the applicator and the string.
Yeah, there's a
Something.
little string.
That's the
string or
ejector.
something. You know, the parachute cord. Pull. You get 10,000 feet. You pull the cord.
Yeah, you can pull the cord.
Yeah, it's like the
I know how
cord
to
on
do
the
that.
attic.
Yeah, there's a
Like,
cord.
cord
There's
attached
a
to
little
the
string. Yeah.
like the old ceiling fan.
hilarious.
Click, click or something.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
All right. So the next one is about this very stupid man.
Why the man stupid?
He was arrested recently because he participated in the riots on January 6th.
Okay.
How he was caught what makes him stupid.
What? Okay.
Okay.
He was at the riots and he was texting his ex-girlfriend. And he kept calling her a moron during the text. Like, I'm at the Capitol, you moron. And she turned them all into the police.
Oh,
Yes. So,
Well, who's the moron now?
well, yeah, exactly.
Right? He shouldn't have talked to his lady.
I
like
got
that.
your moron.
Right. She's like, I got your moron.
okay.
Got your moron.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, he gets the dunce hat.
All right. This one is not a dunce hat, but this is a powerful story.
Okay.
A South African lady used her thongs as a face mask because she didn't want to get kicked out the grocery store. That is called. I mean, I love her.
Ingenuity.
Yes.
So,
I see the hand up. Yes.
Which side of the thong?
It don't even matter. It don't even matter. She can sell them on that.
That's what my mind was.
There's a website she can go sell them on now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, we talked about
yes.
this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's like, they told her, "Man, you don't have a face mask on. You got to get out the store." So she was like,
she took her
Nice.
string thong.
"What's the name of that gum? What it Mitos or
What?
What?
It's Mentos."
Mentos.
Yeah, she should do a Mentos commercial. You know how Mentos commercials?
Stay fresh.
Yes.
Yeah, you get that.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. We needed that.
All right, the next one, my man Tucker Carlson.
Tucker Carlson.
Tucker Carlson make the dunce hat because he said he don't believe the group QAnon is real because he can't find the website. Like racist groups have websites.
They do.
Like they just out in the open. Like they www dot.
We hate
We hate
folks.
black people.
Those people are
You're not
usually punks.
official unless you have a website.
Oh,
Yeah.
So you're not official
In
unless
his
you're-
mind.
Correct.
But they don't have regular websites, but they do have dating websites.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the racist website is called Where White People Meet.
Is it for real?
Yes, white people meet. Yes, it is. Go check it out.
Say .com.
.com.
White people meet.
.com.
You gotta have her
Yeah.
say that.
So if you're black, you won't be able to get on White People Meet.
.com.
Hey, why couldn't I get on that site
Nope.
if I wanted to?
Nope. You're light skinned. You can't get on.
You
White
need to
People
go to,
Meet.
.com.
You need to get on light skinned people. Meet.
.com.
Okay.
All right. The last story is we talked about it earlier, so we didn't mention it. Lionel Richie.
Oh, man.
Yes, Lionel Richie
talk
gets the
alone.
dunce hat.
Yeah.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Lionel
Why?
Richie, because
Why?
Lionel Richie is dating a 30-year-old lady, and he, by all rights, he has every right to date this
Yes.
30-year-old lady.
She's legal.
But he gets a dunce hat from me because he got a new perfume out called Hello,
Huh?
based upon Hello,
Hey.
based upon the old song he had out, Hello.
Yeah.
And I'm mad because the perfume is not written in Braille. Because how you gonna have a video perfume called Hello and not have Braille on there? So yeah.
Why? Because the original song was
Yes.
about the.
And this is my last comment, and I'm gonna get in trouble for it. Lionel Richie is the older brother to R. Kelly.
Oh.
Yes,
He
just,
might be.
He just
Might
wait
be.
till they're legal. He the older brother to R. Kelly. Yes, he is. He like him young, just like
Say
that.
you, say me. Say it for naturally.
Cornelius, thank you for another amazing dunce hat. You have lost your ever-loving mind.
Thank you.
We appreciate everything that you do and finding all of these little things that make us go, during the day.
say me.
He's about to tear up. I know it's
He's gone.
Eyes are already pink.
He's out of there.
That was good. That was
Let's get back to the topic of the day.
Yeah.
We've got a few minutes before the top of the hour and hear some more music. But the topic of the day, colorism, why does it exist in our own culture? We go through a lot already. It just doesn't make sense for me. Why do we add additional unnecessary pressure on ourselves? Mo.
I think it also comes from people who are dealing with their own internal issues,
Okay.
lack of healing.
Okay.
I'm just giving an example. Say, a young person, 2 kids when they was young, dark skin, light skin, and the dark skin one got teased, never really healed from that. And so then they carry on this thing that they have with a light-skinned person. You know, and so I think a lot of the hate that we deal with in our own community comes from our own issues that we have internally.
Okay. Well, that was oddly specific, but I understand it.
Yeah. Bassir.
I do agree with that. One thing I think that we have not mentioned is that the understanding with colorism is that it's a negative association based off of someone's skin tone. We haven't mentioned that.
Right.
And in your example, Mo, I can agree if someone has had an experience early in life that they haven't quite healed from. I mean, there are many men our age right now walking around. You know, light-skinned fellas always got the pretty girls in school, and just
in the day,
Pretty Ricky, what they called him. So, you know,
right.
it's funny, but it's not funny.
Right.
And so through that type of hurt, they carry this negative seed toward people of lighter complexions. But I don't, again, to Hershey's point, I don't know why we continue to perpetuate this within our community. It's like there has to come a point of healing, because at the end of the day, no matter which level of hue our skin is, the bigger issues that we face as a people as a whole should certainly be placed on a higher value. You know, we have so much to combat already because our skin is brown, and dare I say this, I respect and I appreciate the fact that so many people are now understanding what Black people have gone through in this country for so many years. Unfortunately, some of them, although they heard the stories, couldn't relate until they saw it on television. And it seems like now that Black is in, like we're a fad, but we live in this skin every day. And with everything else that we have to face in the world, we should definitely come to some place of a level agreement and love toward one another despite our hue.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know why it still exists, but I'd like to see some type of leverage happen here.
Yes.
Level off. Cornelius.
I go back to my original statement.
What's
It's
your-
still the same. I think it is some. I agree with y'all. It's some might be hurt, but I might be just. Some people want some sympathy for some stuff that just is somebody's preference. You know, everybody has a preference.
Right.
True.
Do I think personally, if we talking about just an actress, I think Whoopi Goldberg is a much better actress than Halle Berry.
I can agree with that.
I
I can agree with that.
But nobody in this room would have thought of seeing Whoopi Goldberg as one of the Bond girls.
Agreed.
No.
Agreed. No, you're right.
So I mean, so we can't. So I think something is just people have a preference, and you have your right to have a preference. You like something, you just like it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't go out. Everything is not about color. As much as we have colorism in our community, we have shapeism. We have all these other things going in our own community as well.
That's
So
a new one.
shapeism is a thing?
That was new for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't. Wow, you talking about like the curvy girls?
Yeah, I mean, but
slimmer
yeah,
girls.
you know,
and-
think about
yeah.
it. Like, oh, well, people got. You
You're
go,
right.
well, you pick me because I'm light skinned, or pick me because I'm dark skinned. Well, everybody got picked on because of something.
But it's
Yeah.
a
So
thing.
again, we getting to a point where we're like just creating things, right? It's like if you take the same amount of time to create these things to be mad about, couldn't you take that same amount of energy and find self-love in yourself and kind of embrace that, you know what, it's because I'm darker skinned that makes me different, that makes me, you know, valuable to somebody else. Maybe not you, Vassier, but maybe Cornelius, right? And just embrace that instead of we basically shaming somebody else for having their own opinion. Mo?
But it goes back to you have to want that.
Yeah.
Like the individual.
Right.
Like that's what like you have to want to change your mindset. You have to want to open yourself up to new things and new ideas and doing things differently.
Right.
That's the only and that's really my prayer, honestly, for us as a people and just for anybody who is dealing with sadness or haven't healed, that they really recognize that wait, let me look in the mirror. Let me see why
That's
am
right.
I acting the way that
That's
I'm acting.
right.
We have to start with the person in the mirror. That's it.
And to your point, and I agree with you 100%. If you start with yourself,
Yeah.
their self-evaluation, self-introspection, and you find a place of healing, then maybe you can lend your time or your that sentiment to someone else, and perhaps adjust their perspective as well. Because most of the things that we can speak best about are some of those things that we experience.
Yeah.
And if you're experiencing that battle within yourself, I challenge people today, right now.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in church.
Hey,
I
what's up?
challenge you
Challenges.
Go ahead.
right now that if there is a place, regardless of what it is you are going through, right now we're talking about colorism, but if there's a place within you that you find yourself constantly challenged because an internal, I'm talking about an internal battle because of your skin may be in your mind too dark or your skin may be too light. Look within yourself, understand the beauty of who you are, really. Has nothing to do with your skin. It's the content of who you are as a person internally. And your skin is just an outer shell. And it's been blessed, whatever shade you are, it has been blessed to be that. Experience who you are, get to know who you are, celebrate that, and then that freedom that you'll get, I encourage you, I challenge you to share it with someone else.
Yes. I'm sorry, I have to say amen.
Thank you.
Sister.
Yeah, great.
That was a word.
Just sum that up, Vasir. What? What?
Oh, sorry. Ha.
Who's the girlie? That's all I heard.
You do. I mean, I think you, like you said, you have to look at yourself.
Yeah.
And everybody ain't hating on you. Quit,
Right.
Absolutely.
quit thinking
I
every
agree.
situation
That's
is about.
it.
I mean, it's almost like to the point we look for excuses.
Thank you.
To blame somebody else. To go, I didn't get this role because I'm too dark. No, maybe you just ain't right for it.
Right.
Everything. If we go by that saying that what God or whoever my deity is has for me is for me, then you got to believe that because you don't get everything.
Right.
Can I add can I add a personal experience?
Sure, 30 seconds.
So I've got this scar above my lip. And how I got it, I had an abusive father. That's how I got the scar, plain and simple. And that carried me through childhood. I was really embarrassed about this scar above my lip. My lips are full and beautiful. I don't even see the scar no more.
Why she got to perk them like that?
Well, that's because they there. And that's what you do when you have full, beautiful
From
lips.
personal experience, I ain't never noticed your lips. So
I was just like,
Well, see, and you know what? We had talked about that. It's like some
Self-respect.
things that people feel as a flaw and everything, unless you pointed it out, we probably didn't even notice.
Well, we're our own worst critic. You know, it's always something. We like, oh, I don't like this roll over here. And
That's
then
true.
he'd be like, baby, I don't care about that.
I ain't even thought about that.
Look, and they just hold on to
no
it.
turnover.
Hey, and speaking of grown women, we're going to go back, play some good music. This is Beyonce. Grown Women. This is one of my favorite tracks. We'll be back on the Kiss Radio Show live here on FUBU Radio, iHeart, and Radio.com. Coming back with the fastest.
kings and queens, I want you to sit back and relax and get to receive all the great Vassisms from Vassia Serrano, the voice.
Oh, I like the laugh in the background.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Welcome to this Sunday's edition of The Vassisms. I'm your girl, Vassia Serrano, and I'm here to talk about relationships. And of course, I like to tap in with the professionals, but every now and then I go to my gallery, my people, my folks, and I always insert my personal opinion. But today we are going to step away from the professionals, and I'm going to go with my people that I have here at the Kiss Radio Show family here in the booth. So I heard something this week that intrigued me because we have a fair share of women and men in the room, and I heard something that a comedian performed, and it sparked my interest. So I'll give you the gist of it. A woman is dating on the internet.
Okay.
She gets a call from the gentleman that she's been dating online for about 8 weeks. It's time. So pick a place that you'd like to go. I'd like to take you there, a place where you feel comfortable, an environment that you enjoy. It's sounding real good. At the end of this invitation, and of course the woman's ready to go. She's like, absolutely. Let me get myself together. We're going to plan this for Saturday. This is great. He says, okay, but there's one thing I need you to do. Cash app me a certain amount of money, and let's consider it a deposit. In the event that the night goes wrong, I will not have wasted my time. Mo's response is, what?
I'm sorry. You threw me for a loop with that. I was not.
It threw me for a loop when I heard it.
Okay.
Cash app me a deposit in the event that the night goes wrong. How do you feel about that? Yeah, yes,
Dang.
Monique. Don't take anybody's head off.
Do you see the way my hand just went up like that?
Yes, Monique.
First of all, we're not even going.
Oh,
We're not going. I'm gonna say stay where you are. It's over. It's done. That right there. You just sealed. You just put the nail in the coffin right there for me. You just show me who you are. You show me your character. You said just in case the night went wrong.
mm-hmm.
That's how we. That's no. So for me, I felt some sort of way about that, and I would just end it.
Now, he did not raise his hand, but I'm going to go to Cornelius on this.
I didn't raise my hand.
That's what I said. You didn't raise your
Why
hand,
am
but
I getting involved in this conversation?
I want your input.
Yeah, I
What
really
do
want to
you
hear
think
what you
about
have to
that?
say.
First off, I think the comedian who told that was just telling a joke because
He was
9 times out of 10, you might hear something like that be on the reverse side. You might hear a woman make some statements like that.
9 times out of 10, you would
9
hear
times
a
out of
woman
10, you
ask
might
for a
hear
deposit on a
Yeah,
date.
but that is something that you might normally hear from a female. I mean, I ain't saying the woman. No more than like you would hear a woman make that statement than a guy. If you didn't say the gender of the person, we'd all would have thought that's something a woman would say.
Wait,
But it was a man that
I
said
know,
it.
I know, but we wouldn't have thought that it was a man that said
are you serious right now?
Wait, hold on. To reiterate, it was a comedian that said that.
That was telling the
I know.
I know.
So
Running
listen,
the skit.
listen to the analysis from a comedian.
What I'm saying is, if we wouldn't
Good
have
point.
if we wouldn't have said the gender, if you just told that story out and said who more likely said that, we would have thought it was a woman that made that statement about pay me, send me a cash app because the deposit, whatever.
Why would we have thought that was a woman?
Right. That's why I'm like,
Oh, you wouldn't have thought that was a woman? You
no,
thought, you thought it was
honestly,
a guy?
because guys on the first date they pay and they always want something in the end or want some type of guarantee. So to me, that sounded more like a man.
So I guess let's talk about that end part. So this whole guarantee at the end, that started to kind of surface itself when men started finding out that women just use these opportunities as getting their
Free meals.
meals for
I-
the
I'm
day.
not-
But not
I'm not
every
disagreeing.
woman is doing that.
Not every
only
woman.
got a
It ain't
job.
100% of women. We just
So understand, you got out of 10 women, and I'm going to reflect back to my dating days, out of possibly 5 women that I were interested in, 4 of them were just looking for a meal.
Wow. And then the one you married.
Was the one that wasn't looking for the meal.
I'm not gonna
She didn't even know we were going to eat.
I'm not going to disagree. There are women that use men, and I don't like that. I totally do not agree with that. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying that comment I would not have thought would come from a woman. I automatically thought a guy.
Now, I would agree with Cornelius because I could see maybe the first date already happening, right? And second date possibly was like, okay, second date, you want to go out? This is the woman asking the man, let's go out for the second date. But you know what? Let me hold something just in case things don't go wrong. Go right.
But in the scenario that I gave, I made it clear that this was the first time
This
they
is
were
the first
going
time they was
out.
going out. That they was meeting.
So the
Yeah.
dude wanted the.
They had never met, right? If
They
I'm
had
honest-
met. They've been dating online for
I
about
think
8
the person
weeks.
who told the joke told a great joke. I think the women in the audience did not laugh at all.
Not once.
But
Not
even-
one
even if
lady
it was a
cracked a
joke.
smile for the joke. They got
Right.
real personal and mad about that joke, like Mo.
She real quick.
No, but
That joke hit home for
It's a joke, but I'm just saying, if it was a real scenario,
Yeah.
Well, let's just say it's
right? It's a real,
That's
it's a real
my point.
scenario.
if it's a real scenario.
They never met. They've been dating online for 8 weeks. This is their first date, and he says to her, "What Vassett? Listen, I need you to cash out me some money just in case the night doesn't go the way that I want it to go."
I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
My mindset back then, I'm mad I wouldn't have thought of that first.
I'm mad. I didn't think
But
about that.
Wow.
this is how I chose to deal with what I was dealing with. I stopped dating, right? Because I seen the pattern. I seen, okay, hey, Hirsch, let's go out. Let's, get to know each other, blah, blah, blah. And then you got the feeling while you in the room what this is about, right? And so at some point, it's kind of like, okay, should I continue throwing my, self in the bucket trying to figure out this, or,
Wait.
because I'm trying to leave my funds at a certain degree. If I'm going to invest in this, it's going to be something to invest in. Let me figure out if you're worth investing in first before you start cashing out on me. So I just stopped dating, and I started doing let's walk in the park, go get some ice cream. No, you can get you some ice cream. I'm going to walk with you.
Okay, so you know the type of person that I am.
Yeah.
Clearly,
I
you
hope so.
married me, and so you know that I've never been about the pocket.
Correct.
So okay, so with that being said, if our first date was probably you taking me to, like, say, Costco to just walk around and get free hors d'oeuvres,
I love
taste
doing that.
test stuff,
I like that.
that's fun and cute, when you're an actual couple, and this is something you do when you go Saturday mornings to pick up paper towels. But if that was your date
Oddly specific.
and your way of not being or spending money, it's not a requirement for you to spend money on a date. Let's say that first and foremost.
Right.
Because
Point
a
one.
date is what you make it.
Correct.
It could be a fun day in the park. It could be, hey, you bring this and I bring that and let's have a picnic. It could be that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is if we've scheduled this, not even if you invited me on a date, and my expectation is, yes, to be with you, to get to know you, to enjoy you. However, the thing that we don't talk about, like, it is not my expectation that you're going to take me to Costco just so we can eat free and walk around the store. I think that that's unfair. And I think that...
Why is that unfair?
You let me finish, doggone it. I think that is unfair. If you're on a date, or especially if you invite someone out, then you should ration out your money and make a decision on how you're going to experience that date well within your budget. And that's not saying that it is required for you to spend money. It's just there is an expectation. If you invite me out, then you have something planned for us. Hold on, Mo actually had her hand up first. So I'm gonna go to Mo, and then Mo's gonna go to Cornelius.
She got to get her back up first.
No, I told Mo to hold on so I could speak.
It's a
so,
woman thing.
But
Yeah,
no, it's not.
it's not a woman
Mo
thing.
did have her hand up before I
I
actually
actually
spoke.
just wanted
Running
to
dry.
speak to. I wanted to speak to what you said, Hirsch, about you just stopped dating because you started to see the trend. What I just wanted to say was, I don't hold people accountable for the experiences that others have given me,
Right.
and that's what you did. So, and that's what, in the joke example, whatever, that's what the guy did. He took whatever past experiences, instead of affording this woman the opportunity to show herself to him, he automatically had in his head, I may get jilted, so let me just, so first of all, you're not even being organic. You're not just letting it be. And I'm just saying, I know people do that because, okay.
Wait, but Cornelia said,
I'm going, no,
She
put your
addressed
hand
me.
down because I'm going to, well,
She
I'm just
addressed
saying,
me.
but no, it was just to your point, to the statement that you made about, you stopped dating because you saw what the trend was. And I'm just saying, I was just making a comment that I don't hold people accountable for what, say, other men have done in the past. I'm just saying, everybody gets 100% with me. It's up to them to start chipping away at their 100%.
I'm quite sure he's going
That's
to
all
answer it
I'm
for me.
Okay. All right.
Cornelius.
All right, here we go.
Cornelius.
First off,
Yeah.
I think, as we saw early in the show, that something was left out of this joke because it was a joke the comedian told, and we turned it
right.
something completely different. Secondly, how can you have expectations about a date that you agreed to go on? You don't have no expectations. You're going to be with the person. You go, I can't expect you to take me to Costco to get free samples. You didn't know what you were going to do. We didn't say what we were doing. I said, I'm going to take you out somewhere. You didn't know. So ain't no expectation.
Nah, son.
But you can't say I got expectations about what we're doing if you don't have any plan. If we didn't say what we're doing.
Yeah, you got
Now-
You can't. You be like, my expectation. No, you don't have any.
You know what?
You don't have. You don't.
No, I was going to say, I'll give you that. You can have expectations, but what happens is if you take the person on Costco, you probably won't get a second.
Well,
Amen.
And
but you're
absolutely right.
But guess what though? All you need to do is find that one person that's going to enjoy going to Costco with you.
That
all the
is
time.
true.
So it don't
Absolutely.
matter if I don't get a second date with you.
You are
It
absolutely
don't matter.
That's
You're
my-
absolutely
I don't
right.
care. Like
It's still going to cost them a Costco
but guess what?
membership.
But if the guy who said that to the girl and she said no, you don't want to come no more. What has he lost? Nothing with you.
Absolutely.
He ain't lost anything
No,
with
I
you.
agree.
So there ain't no big deal about it. I don't care.
So I'm going with Cornelius on that one. I'm gonna tell you, there was one day I went on and I was fasting, but she asked me out. Like, okay, let's figure this out. Went out to the whatever restaurant she had. She already met me there, and you know I like being certain places early. She was already there, had a glass of wine. She already had her first glass. She was already in, right? Conversation was decent and everything. It's like, okay. And she was like, are you going to order anything? I was like, no, I'm good. I just wanted to meet you and see, what the vibe was like. But I'm also fasting, so I didn't want to, drink or eat anything at that time. So after that, walked her to a car. She had to take a trip. Didn't hear from her for 2 weeks, right? Come to find out, she had a trip, but she told me, she was like, you know what? If I didn't like you or cool, you wouldn't have got a second date. And I'm like, why?
That's interesting.
Right. She said, because you didn't pay for my drink. Like, but you asked me out. I had water.
That's interesting.
No,
So
it's
the
not.
thing-
It's called women's expectations.
Expectations. So the thing is, and this is what I teach my
That
daughters.
makes everything general.
This is what I teach my daughters. Do not plan for anybody else's pockets. Do not volunteer their time and their money for you. Let them offer.
Most people don't plan for other people's I mean,
No,
and
they do.
expectations
Most
for
women do.
something. Really?
Yeah, if you're
I said,
going on
let's
a
go
date.
out. You got an expectation in your head about what we're gonna do.
What level?
You don't know what we're gonna do. I said, but you gonna go out.
Well, it's not so much about the action itself. Is that if you invite me out, if you say, hey, I want to take you out, there is an expectation that you want to provide an experience. Excuse me, an experience with
Costco
you.
is an experience.
And you-
Costco is an experience.
Yeah,
But
Costco
you
is
don't
to be
like the
your
experience
last
because
experience.
It don't matter. It's
Yeah.
your experience.
Yeah. So, to Hershey's point, I agree. Do not plan for someone else's pockets. However, you have to consider if you invite someone out, then what happens along that journey. Then I'm not saying that you will be totally financially responsible for it. I'm not saying that, but there is an expectation that there is some type of planning involved, and that usually there's eating involved. Okay, if we don't do a big meal, okay, we do ice cream. There's ice cream involved. My expectation is because you invited me out, you about to pay for my ice cream.
We go to Costco.
Nick,
When you eat,
I had to check my tongue just
you
now.
want to watch TV. We got a TV screen. Listen, but your expectations about the date, because if you truly enjoy being with that person, it does not matter what you do.
No.
Well, I
Like
said
you're talking
that.
about, oh my God,
That's
you
true.
didn't buy me this. You didn't. No, I don't care. You didn't spend $1. We go to Costco and you have fun with it, and you have more fun with that person. You're gonna say, I'm gonna give them the second date because I enjoyed this.
Let me reset the room real quick.
Reset.
For the Kissonians that are now listening to the show, you can see all of us are feeling some kind of way about this topic. Expectations. It's kind of big, Mo.
Okay, I'm going to agree with you. Where
Partially.
Wait, hold on, wait. I agree with
who she agree
Bass
with, yeah.
about there is a level of expectation, but let me tell you. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna tell you why. I think once you are getting to know somebody, right? You guys have had conversations. You kind of get to know the person. So I'm just gonna speak for me. I'm not gonna speak for everybody.
Sure.
So now that I've got to know you, I kind of see how you rock. I see what you do. When you ask me out, I'm not saying it's right. What I'm saying is I kind of have an idea. I don't know what we're going to do, but because of how I've learned you, what you've shown me, the type of person you've shown me to be, I'm thinking the date is going to be somewhere in alignment with what you've shown me. And let me knock on some wood. Every date that I've gone on, I haven't been disappointed. And there's been different levels. I'm not saying everything was all fancy, but what I'm saying is it's not, even though I wasn't expecting, like I didn't know where we was going to go. I don't know how much was going to be spent, but because of what that person's shown me, what I've got to learn, it worked out great. I had an expectation that it was going to be pretty decent. I was going to be at a safe. I was going to have fun. I'm just saying, I didn't know what we was going to do. So there is a level of
So we'll take a comment
Okay.
from Cornelius because he
I'm
looks
just
like,
saying.
and then I'll wrap.
Nope, you got to come back.
All right.
This is the Kiss Radio Show Live. We got to come back.
We got to come back.
We'll talk about this topic.
Cornelius' eyes are lit
Because
up.
everybody feeling some kind of way about it.
No, this was good.
So we'll come back. This is
This is
Kiss
good.
Radio Show Live.
This was good.
Welcome back to the Kiss Radio Show live. Spirited conversations again in the background, y'all.
Very good.
So we did have a higher ground, but as normal, Vasir's topic just kind of took over the show. So we're going to continue having this conversation in regards to expectations in dating and how it is royally different, women versus men. So we're going to continue that conversation. Cornelius is feeling some kind of way. Vasir is feeling some kind of way. I'm feeling some kind of way. And so Mo is definitely feeling some kind of way.
Yes.
We're going to kick it to Cornelius.
Let's kick it.
We left off with him.
First off, can men have expectations when it comes to like the first date and dating? Because I've heard, Vass say what her expectations are. I heard you say what your expectations are. But are men allowed to have expectations? Because I think a lot of this stems from at the end of the day, it was always said that men expected sex or something at the end of the day. So are men allowed to have expectations about how the date go? Because according to your scenario, the guy say, cash out me some money in case this don't go well, because my expectation is to get something else out of this. If it don't go well, then is it fair for men to have expectations?
So I would say minus the sexual expectation. Because understand, we're talking about the dating and everything that we've talked about thus far is regarding the date itself. Yes, I think it's fair for men to have an expectation, just like it's fair for women to have an expectation. If the expectation is equally, you expect to have a good time, spend time with this person. I think it's more so in planning. There's a hiccup in this conversation because if you invite me out on a date, my expectation is that you have something planned for us, that you're going to be doing something, and that you are going to finance whatever that plan is. That is my expectation. So if a man's in the opposite, expectation is he expects to take me out, he expects to have a good time, he expects that he's going to spend the money that he has budgeted for this date because he's the one who initiated the plan, then I think those expectations are fair and balanced. What expectations are you talking about?
I'm talking about the same expectations. So if he plans a date to go to Costco, or he plans a date to go, the money he set aside to go, y'all go to Crystal and get a sack full.
Okay.
And y'all sit there at Crystal. So do you really, is that below your expectations of what he had? Because if he's just obligated to pay for the date, the money he set aside for it.
Again, it goes to what Mo said earlier. Some of this is going to be established off of conversations you've previously had. And if somewhere
how
in
that conversation go with,
it matters. Well, I'm
not
sorry.
so much the conversation, but what I'm saying is from you getting to know the person and what they've shown you, and probably from and it could be just from conversations just in general, you kind of get a sense and a gist of who the person is. You still, and listen, you can expect that, we probably gonna go to a restaurant because of based on, and then you go to Crystal's.
Yep.
Now, because you don't.
That's a restaurant.
No,
It's a restaurant.
It's a restaurant.
Right.
I'm just saying, people do have expectations. Whether you try to say no, I don't have it, or I don't. You get preconceived kind of ideas.
Are you mad if your date take you to Crystal on the first date?
It depends on what we've discussed now. So, for instance, where I am at this point in my life,
But you're married, so that don't really count.
Well,
now.
I'm on a fitness journey, right? So on my fitness journey, if I've expressed to you that I'm preparing my body to, at some point this year, enter competition, and then I go on the first date with you, and your idea is to take me to Crystal's, that lets me know you're not paying attention to the conversation that we had. I can't eat Crystal's.
They got chicken.
They have processed chicken. But nonetheless, that lets me know that you're not taking that extra step, just like I would take for you, and recognizing what I need if I'm going out to dine with you.
Right.
So a better suggestion might be someplace that makes fresh grilled chicken or salads and things of that nature. That doesn't have to be the only
take you
thing.
to the strawberry patch, pick your own strawberries.
And you know what? That would be fun. That would be fun.
Scrub.
I can't have strawberries, but that would be fun.
Your $4.99 strawberry
Right.
patch.
Now, you know what?
It's
It's an
line with
experience.
what she's able to do.
So I'm gonna tell you, this is a funny thing. We all know that Vasir is on her fitness journey, right?
Right.
So there are shall I say, ingredients and what can I say? Certain preservatives, certain things that go into food that only a person going on this journey or read into that know about that. So I could say, I just want to get some toast. Then there's a whole thing about bread that you're not supposed to.
That's not true.
See, you're on the fence. I'm just joking about it. I'm just saying that it'll be something simplistic for me,
Right.
ordinary for me, but there's a whole bunch of things and reasons why you can't eat it. So now I got to go down the line like, okay, that don't work. Peanut butter? No, let's say.
But it's a learning experience when your partner is going on a journey or whatever. And like you said, because you typically wouldn't think about that, it's not until you start reading into it and learning about it where it's like, yeah.
Well, I like the way she did this because this is her journey, and I support her 100%. I love that she got her thing, and she's killing it right now. But she left having the dinner part. Let me decide what I'm going to eat. She'll still buy things for the house, but go ahead, take care of your dinner, and I'm cool with that. I'm not cool with, well, this is all I can eat, so this all you can eat too.
Yeah. But she has an expectation for you to eat the same thing that she eats.
I'd be like, I don't want to be by myself.
But wait a minute, though, the funny part, I brought something. I brought something from the office one time, and she said, "Oh, those fries, they look so good." I remember when I used to eat fries.
You should have gave her one.
What? No, she was like right here.
Oh my God.
It's like, well, you got to talk to me so close. That's what she was doing.
She was like, oh, you smell the fries?
Did they use cayenne pepper? I can smell it.
Wait.
Is it? That's
She
a
did that to me.
that's an Idaho potato, ain't it? You know, only Idaho potatoes.
Can we get back to dating?
Another question I want to ask is, do men and women have unrealistic expectations when it comes to relationships?
Absolutely.
Men and women have unrealistic
Absolutely.
expectations, especially about the other sex and other. Do they have unrealistic expectations?
I don't know if we can generalize that because my expectation is actually, you know what, let me find out who this person is. My expectation is hopefully I can at least get a good friend out of this situation if I'm trying to figure out would this work romantically. I'm figuring out what comes out of her mouth. Would that be like, oh, she said taco, you know, make me feel like that kind of way? Or is it, you know, because we got some things where certain people, they might be outwardly attractive to you, but the moment they open their mouth, it's just like, whether it's tone or content or whatever.
Yeah, your looks can get your foot in the door, but it may
Easy.
not keep you there.
Oh, no.
Right?
You ain't trying to
Done
stay
so.
half time with the looks.
What'd you say, Cornelius?
Nothing.
So everybody has their own level of what's attractive to them.
Right.
You know, again,
Yeah.
is it Idris? Is it Grover? It's on you.
And you can like either one of them.
Right. And I said this early. Hey,
Grover
if
got that
Cornelius has said, hey, I'm in love with Rasputia, I'm going to be concerned. For those that don't know who Rasputia is, that's the character Eddie Murphy played.
Well, the fact that it's a dude
In Norbit.
In Norwood,
probably
right.
for me.
Again, I'm going to be happy for you if you claim that. I'm still going to be worried, my brother. But still,
Don't worry about,
beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
don't worry about me.
And he beholding.
So at the end of the day, I don't know if are we proceeding? To,
Yeah, 8 minutes in.
Okay. Are we hired?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just to wrap this up. Bottom line is, we as people have expectations of our the person we're dating.
Yeah.
Communicate. That's always the key. Communicate so there is no misunderstanding. And you have to communicate at a level, even sometimes you might be uncomfortable. You got to have these conversations because you might find yourself, it could be a good man or a good woman. And because you didn't have the right conversation to let them know what your preferences were, and it's important to communicate and listen. Don't short yourself. All I'm saying is don't short yourself. Prepare yourself I was trying to close out, but there's a hand up from the producer.
Because you started off again.
Okay,
She was rapping.
we trying to. Okay, I was rapping. What happened?
That wasn't a wrap up.
That was a wrap up.
So preferences. The thing is you don't know who the person is until after you meet them. So if you're sitting there talking to them and your preferences started being checked off or crossed out, that's how you find out about the person. So it's like, should I continue or shouldn't I?
Well, if you're having the conversation before you go on a date, and I mentioned this earlier, in that conversation, I mean, I don't know about how you guys' conversations, but when I was dating, part of the conversation was basic stuff like, hey, what do you eat? What do you like to watch? What kind of movies you like to watch? What do you do for fun? Those are basic conversations that happen.
That's
in my mind, anyway.
But you're not going to find all that out in one date. So the thing is, it's like...
No.
You
Remember,
have some
you're establishing the relationship and conversation before you go on the date. So those things happen in those pre-conversations before you go on the date.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
You get an expectation from your phone conversation that you're...
Again, everybody's experience is different. Some people don't have phone conversations. It's kind of like, hey, you cool. We should go out sometime. Then your next conversation is, hey, let's go.
Okay, well, you're right.
Well, invite that person out for drinks. If you haven't had that conversation, let me suggest you do indeed invite that person out for drinks. Somebody on the panel said that happy hour is a great way. Even if the person does not drink, maybe you drink and they have a soda or they have a club soda with lime.
That's a
it's
learning
a good
moment.
opportunity for you guys to sit, have those drinks, and have those conversations.
Yes.
Cornelius?
I find it very funny that the women kept saying, the relationship before you go on a date.
Not the relationship.
No, that's not what we're saying. We're not saying relationship before the date. That's not what we're saying.
Before you go on the date. Like, wait a minute.
The conversation before you go on the date. There is no relationship.
I love how y'all always say, you have to communicate.
Yeah.
Communicate.
It's true.
Communication goes beyond just the words of it.
It ain't the problem with the talking. It's the problem, like you said before, that it seems like people ain't never listening. You know what I'm saying?
That's
it's
true.
Like most people, when people say, oh, you don't communicate. Nah, you don't. I'm not saying what you want me to say, or I'm not responding the way you want me to, so you have a problem with receiving and listening. Neither side is really doing it. It's like we're not talking to be understood. We're just talking to be heard.
I think one of the best statements I heard, you're waiting to, dang, I can't even say it right.
Yep.
Oh, my gosh.
That's right. That's every dude right there.
Basically, but you're the whole thing is that you're waiting to respond and you're not listening to the content. So you could be saying a phenomenal statement, but I'm not listening to one word you're saying. I'm just waiting to now get my feelings out because you stopped talking.
Right. I know, and that's what people have to work on in general. But it's still what we were trying to say was, in some cases, when there are phone conversations, if you exchange numbers and you have the benefit of having some conversations before you go out on your first date, you kind of generally get to know who the person is.
Yeah.
But in your case, I've been in those situations. Hey, let's go hang out. Then those are the conversations that's the combo at the happy hour or whatever. Hey, just getting to know, what do you like to do and who you is. We're having that conversation over drinks.
Right.
Yeah.
So am I wrapping now?
Sure.
Because this has been a very extended fascism. I hope it gets into you like it got into me.
Had to throw that in there. All right, this is the Kiss Radio Show live here on FUBU Radio and radio.com and iHeart. Closing remarks, Vasir.
Stay sexy.
Okay, Mo.
Listen, hey, I got a workshop that's coming up on March 21st. Please go on eventbrite.com and look for the Actor Tables Present. It's called Direction. You're going to hear about voiceover, improv. If you want to go to the New York or LA market, we got some good stuff for you. So, yeah, go over to eventbrite.com.
What's the date?
Check it out. March 21st, which is a Sunday, and it's going to be at 2:30. So, yeah, and tickets are only $10.
And how to find you?
Right. You can find me at Mo Andress, MOANDRESS on Instagram.
Cornelius.
Black people, don't be afraid of the COVID shot. You can find me at on the website called Tagged as You It.
How to find you, Cornelius?
Go to the website. I'm tired of paying for it if y'all ain't gonna go there.
That is a
jcorneliusgeorge.com. Go there. At least click on to see some of the pictures I updated.
What is it, J. Cornelius?
George.com.
Vassir, how do we find you?
At Vassir_Serrano, VASSIER_SERRANO. And if you guys aren't watching on Facebook, you're missing everybody's handle right now.
All right. And I am Core DJ Hershey. You can go to our website at CoreDJHershey.com or DJHershey.com. And this has been the Kiss Radio Show live here on FUBU Radio. We will see y'all next week. Hey, watch us on Wednesday.